Good afternoon. It is December 11th, 2020, and here's what we were looking at for today. So very similar to the past few days, just ranging prices. I hope don't let these light blue lines in the center confuse you. I'll explain them close to the beginning. So I didn't find this yellow channel until once I saw these highs. I was like, oh, let me measure off these lows, and lo and behold, it worked. So I guess the bias was slightly up today. It makes sense. All of my trades I marked as aggressive, but I think this one, I'm going to change this one to blue. I like this one early on. I took this, I was trading the MES. I took something very similar at the same time. But other than that, you're taking like double tops, double bottoms, kind of a weak failed second entry long. You might take this lower high. I don't know. There's a lower high right here. I don't know if you would take it. This is not a second entry, but I'm sure on a different time chart it probably is, but there's just not a lot here. Like, we get this pull back to the trend line here, and there's no good signal bars. Pull back to the trend line here, no good signal bars. Maybe you would take this as a failure and put a stop below that, but even that, this is a doji, so is that congestive? A lot of congestion. Here, I'm like, it's the end of the day. I would definitely have considered, after finding this yellow trend, I would consider going short beneath that, but these are all dojis, man. I'm psychologically, I think you just gotta not trade with real money during these days, unless it's in the first couple hours. So yeah, it's looking like that trade I was talking about probably would have worked, but yeah, it's very, you don't know what's going to happen. And so let me explain these light blue lines. So right away at the beginning of the day, there's this congestion. So I marked the low and high of this congestion, started to go higher, marked it, which was actually at the opening price, started to go higher, marked it, and look, it bounced there, started bouncing in between those two. Okay, and then we have this breakout, and it bounces, and you get a pullback, breakout, pullback. Okay, and the second time, it's like a double breakout, pullback, testing that level twice. That's why I marked that. And so that's all these light blue lines are. Okay, so just keep that in mind. But anyway, let's look at these trades. And I don't think I have much to talk about today. So right around here, this is 7 o'clock. This is where you would have come in. You get a first entry off this nice leg up. Second entry, but the signal bar is no good. Third entry, I don't know if you're taking third entries, but this is a third entry off, a failed third entry short, I should say, off the EMA. But yeah, this looks congestive. You got a couple dojis right here. Yeah, so I don't think you're taking that. I'm seeing this right here. People are going short back into this congestion to try and get back to the EMA. This looks like a little trap. Yeah, okay, that's why that probably rocketed up. So let me just label that a little trap. I don't think you can really take that. Let's see. First entry, second entry, first entry. I guess that's a failed second entry short, but look, it's just congestive, man. Anyway, this congestion, we get this congestion right here. And I mean, I'm looking at this as a congestion, but one leg up, two legs up. So then I'm looking at this, first entry, second entry. Yeah, there's congestion. We got a doji here, doji here. That's second entry long, though, off the EMA. We saw one of these fail yesterday because it was in congestion, but there's room to the highs of this congestion. So I don't know. I like that. I like that. It's also like a double test to this level. Just noticed that. And so if you're being hyper aggressive here, guys, you would take this double top, get this top here, and then double top. And I mean, I really would have picked this bar, but this is like, it's like a double or triple test of these highs, even though it's not the same level. And it's far from the EMA. That's another thing. So bounces off this midline of the yellow channel, and also it's like a breakout pullback of the first congestive area of the day. So I mean, I do like this, but you don't have, you have this big leg down, so you don't really want to just take that first entry. Then you get a little dip here, which is a second entry, no good signal bar. And then you get this double bottom. It's aggressive just because it's a double bottom, but it's like a double test of this breakout pullback. So if you took that, you get a nice move up. And prices go to the top of this yellow channel. And that's kind of where we had resistance. If you look across here, so prices come down. You get this lower high. That's what I was talking about at the beginning of the video. I'm not sure if you're taking that. I mean, if you're super aggressive, you might take this lower high. And it closes beneath the EMA too, so that's another reason you might like it. But anyway, we get this, this is like a channel down. And maybe I should have talked about that. So here, over here, we get this one leg up. I don't know what was I measuring here? You get this leg up anyway. Leg up, congestion, two legs up, break of that channel, move up to a new high, and then the reversal. Or you could look at it like, a couple different ways. Look at it like this, maybe. Well, I guess that's exactly what I'm saying. That's the same thing I'm saying, actually. You get that break, move to a new high. There's just some congestion, and more move to a new high. So yeah, that could be your trend line, or this is it's just a range day, man. But anyway, did I talk about this? No. Failed second entry long, first entry, second entry off the EMA. But especially once you see these bars, I'd probably get out of it, because that's just, you don't know if they're going to stop you out. We get this move back to, this is when you would have drawn your trend line. I mean, if you had it drawn off, that's a good point. I didn't think about that. If you have it drawn off this high and this high right here, you might be taking these, especially on a day like today when you're not getting good entries. Your stop would go beneath the EMA because it's beneath this bar, but the body of that bar is in the middle of the wick. So that's a doji. This is a doji too. And here, this is like a slightly bearish doji on a failed second entry short into a level of resistance or support, and just not really good entries. Yesterday I marked so many entries on the chart, but then after watching Mack's lesson, I realized that they were very congestive, and so that maybe I'm just hyper aware of that today. But anyway, we get this first entry, second entry short. There's no signal bar again. So would you put a stop beneath this green bar? I don't know. Maybe you could argue for that, especially when this bar closes so far beneath the EMA. But yeah, there's just no entries in this channel down. I don't think, maybe if you saw this as an overshoot right here, maybe you would take this double bottom, good signal bar. But I'm not. Mm, I think I should mark that, especially if you drew this yellow channel, this yellow trend line off those lows. I do like that. If this bar closes bearish, I'd probably take that, but let's not get off topic. So yeah, this is like a double bottom, and it's near the overnight lows, which we haven't really tested. So that's something to think about. You get this anyway. It bounces. You get this this break. The overshoot leads to a break. This was actually moved to a new low. Let's see. Big leg up. Comes back. That's another reason why I marked this. You get this big leg up. And so I like this. It's not too congestive. Yeah, I like this. And it's a range day, so prices are probably going up to the highs, and they did. I don't think you can take this. It's just a first entry. Or is it actually? It's a failed second entry short. Yeah. Looks. Oh no, it's not. That's a failed second entry short. This is right here because this bar breaks lower. Yeah, and this is just congestion. It doesn't look like there are any good entries here. And unless this is like a double test, you're hoping it goes back to the EMA, which it does. But yeah, that's what I saw. I've been trading the MES lately. Didn't do great this week. Last week I went 9 out of 10. This week I went like I over traded like crazy. I think I went like 16 for 21. So hopefully I can get my mentality straight for next week, if I even trade next week. And please feel free to leave some feedback, because there's probably some trades I missed in here. All right, thank you.